Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever and whenever you are. My name is John, or Last Frontier Bricks, and this is my review of the LEGO Star Wars Ashoka Tano's Duel on Peridea, the fourth and final set based off of the Ahsoka TV series. It is set number 75385, comes with 382 pieces plus 5 figures, and retails for $55, which for some people might be a hard pill to swallow, something which I could probably understand. This is the fourth set I've been doing this week of sets that are currently available that might be some hot items to pick up during May 4th. Taking a look at the box art, we can see the full set in all its entirety, including all of our figures, Ashoka Tano in her new white outfit. There's one of our two big draws for this set, Ezra Bridger, Morgan Elsbeth, the other big figure for this set, the return of Grand Admiral Thrawn, and a Night Trooper. And plus, I can't believe I only just noticed this, but you can see Thrawn's Star Destroyer, the Chimera, hovering above the set, looking absolutely fantastic. Taking a look at the top of the box, you get a one-to-one image of the Admiral Thrawn figure, and taking a look at the back, you can see a bunch of play features. There's moving and parts of the floor around to make it look like your figures are having the duels, and Ezra making that big jump. But there at the end of the series to make sure he gets away from Peridea and back to the main Star Wars galaxy. This box does have the thumb tabs, so you do have to damage the box in order to open it up. We'll go ahead and take a look what all we got inside. So we got 1, 2, 3 bags of parts. Kind of expecting more. One rather large sticker sheet. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 stickers. Rather large number of stickers for a set of this size. And one instruction manual with what looks like to be a CGI render of the set. Taking a look at the instruction manual, we once again have a ad for paper bags. In a set without paper bags, we do have a page celebrating the 25 years of LEGO Star Wars. And then we just jump straight into the build. We got, 2 pages? Yep, 2 pages of the parts list, and no ads for any other sets. So this should be a fun little build. So we'll go ahead and jump into a time lapse of that build, starting right now. Alright, the build is done. That took about, I'd say, half an hour to 45 minutes. Some interesting build techniques, I'll give it that. Although there are some things I am rather disappointed about with this set. But we'll go ahead and start off with the minifigures, starting off with the title character, Ahsoka. This time in her lighter color, but you could almost call her Ahsoka the White, after her last training with Anakin in the World Between Worlds. Take a look, she does uses the same Leku, and I believe it's also the same face print as you see in the other Ahsoka sets, both in the regular and the secondary face. Although I do like the coloring going on here with the various shades of light gray and white going on. Nice arm printing going on with the arm straps in white, plus some metallic printing on the arm brace. Is strangely enough, I know no metallic painting on the torso or legs, although there is some nice leg painting going on. Funny enough, you can't actually, unlike the Ahsoka the Grey version, you can't actually see her feet in the on the leg printing, and she's got full boots. Plus, she's got some good good back printing, although the orange does seem a little bit light. Unfortunately, that's becoming a bit of a thing when it comes to Lego. Next up, we got one of the two main draws of the set being Ezra. One thing of note is that, much like the Darth Maul from the Sith Infiltrator from last year, he doesn't have any pupils. If I had a nickel for every year Lego put out sets where some of their Star Wars minifigures didn't have pupils, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird and both and disappointing that it's now happened twice. So yeah, rather unfortunate. But I do like the choice of the hip. It is looks really good. With the exception of the missing pupils, the printing looks really good. Love the fact that he's got the little scar, that they even added the little scar he got during Rebels at the end of season 1 from the Grand Inquisitor, and that shows up on both on the regular face and the much more battle ready face. So yeah, nice attention to detail and the history of this character. You get a little metallic printing on him for like the chainmail armor he's got underneath his regular clothing. The robes look good, nice and tattered, much like they'd be after a decade of isolation and exile in a whole nother galaxy. No leg. Actually, there is some leg printing going on here. It looks really good. Same with the waist printing. And of course, both he and Ahsoka come with their lightsabers in their appropriate colors, Ahsoka being clear and Ezra being blue. Really nice figure here. Next up is the other really big jaw character here, the return of Grand Admiral Mithra Noryudo, aka Thrawn. Looking really, really accurate, even better than in his appearance in the Phantom 2 set for Rebels Season 3, as he's got the Grand Admiral pin on his torso. With the Rebels Thrawn, you only had the red and the blue, but this one actually has the yellow added in, which again looks really, really nice. He's also got a couple of code cylinders in his pockets, which have some nice attack printing, along with the Admiral pin. And he's got the nice lighter blue coloring, which is accurate to show. And he's got dual molded legs, so he can have his black boots. Plus, just a little bit of printing on the back, and of course, the gold up there on his shoulders. And of course, he's got himself a nice blaster pistol. And much like the others, he does have a much more angrier face. Really, really nice. Solid figure. 10 out of 10. Next up, we've got Morgan Elsbeth, a returning figure, or technically from the E-Wing version Huddy Fighter, although there are some differences. The torso is pretty much the same, and complete with the brooch, but there are a couple of differences. This one uses minifigure pants instead of the dress piece, and this figure has the full Dathomiri Night Sister painting on her face instead of just a little bit there on her forehead, which looks really, really nice. I do believe they use this same hairpiece, and she does have a much more a battle-ready face, and she's got the Night Sister sword that is given in the show, which I know I haven't done this recently, but in the extra pieces, they actually provide you with enough pieces to create a second one of those swords. Really, really nice. And now with our fifth and final figure, we have ourselves a Night Trooper, which is basically a Stormtrooper, but I love the added golden flecks going on, plus the red stripe is going on all over. But what really is different is the head. Wow, we got a full-on zombie Stormtrooper. Plus he's got some detailing on the back of the head. Really, really nice. So, all in all, really solid minifigure lineup. With the exception of that Night Trooper, should have definitely been the Commander Enoch. Especially considering apparently we're going to be getting 3 of these guys in the Night Trooper Battle Pack, along with 2 Death Trooper variants of the Night Trooper. But all in all, really solid minifigure selection. I wish I could say the same about the build. There really isn't a whole lot going on here. I mean, you've got a couple of places where you can slap a couple of figures and, let's say, take Ahsoka and Morgan Elsbeth. You got some interesting gears going on here with help you move around the two characters that are on the side. The one here you have to move manually. And take a look, just holding them as they are. Yeah, you can kind of make out like that they are, that they are having a fight, which is a pretty cool play function. Plus, as I noted on the back, you do have an area where you can just get Ezra, have him sit there. He's sitting on top of an ingot piece. If he'll just stay there. Let's see what happens if I lean him back a bit. There we go. You have to lean him back a little bit, but it works. And you just hit that, and you can try to make it look like he's jumping onto jumping onto the chimera to get out of there. But other than that, not a whole lot of play features going on. Some interesting build techniques going on. But what really sucks is that every detail in here that isn't brick build is nothing but stickers. So you got all the stripings going on. Like, those were a real pain, trying to make sure all the stripes line up. But what really hurt was these 4 stickers here on the center circle. It's bad enough trying to get the yellow lines on the stickers to line up on the pieces that are straight, but doing so curved, oh, that was a nightmare. And then you also got a bunch of stickers on the black stones here. Like, I don't think they really went over like what those were supposed to be. Yeah, like maybe like a star map leading to Peridea from